So how do you graph a linear equation in standard form? Well, it's easy to graph a line in slope-intercept form, where it looks like y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope or your rate of change, and b is your initial value or your y-intercept when x is 0. So to graph something that looks like this, a standard form linear equation, we're going to have to turn this into slope-intercept linear equation. So to do that, we're going to solve for the variable y. We want to make it look like y equals mx plus b, where y, the variable y, is isolated. So we're going to get y by itself. So to do that, we're going to get rid of the 2x. The opposite of positive 2x is to minus 2x both sides. And there you go. Now what comes down? We see negative 3y that comes down. Now 6 and negative 2x or minus 2x are not like terms. So when you combine them, that does not make us 4x. Instead, it's just 6 and then minus 2x. Okay, now to isolate for the variable y, we have to do the inverse operation of multiplying by negative 3. So what's the opposite of timesing by negative 3 with the variable y? Well, opposite of multiplying by negative 3 is divide by negative 3. But we don't just divide by negative 3 here. We divide everything by negative 3. Okay, so negative 3 divided by negative 3 gives us 1y. Because two negatives, when you divide them each other, gives us a positive 1y. Because 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now 6 divided by negative 3 gives us negative 2. Now what about this portion? Well, negative 2 divided by negative 3, again you have a double negative, gives us a positive 2/3 x. And there you go. Now we have an equation in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b, the initial value. So how do you graph this equation? Well, we know that there's a y-intercept of negative 2. So let's go ahead and graph that point. Okay, now the slope, the rate of change, is 2/3. That means we have a rise of 2 and a run of 3. We can think of it as gaining 2 every 3. So let's go ahead and graph the rest of the points knowing that fact. And there you go. Notice we have a y-intercept of negative 2, and we have the slope of 2/3, rise 2 over 3. Rise 2 over 3. We can graph the rest of the points by drawing a line. And there you go.